it's a kind of self-justifying of the radiance of being. Oh, that's a big kind of almost highfalutin way of putting it, but insofar as what gets lighted through the wedge of awareness is something that is radiant, that somehow shines, that it has a varying degrees of brightness, but is always the sphere in which brightness occurs. That if you have a self-validating sphere of brightness, I think it only comes to light through limbic and visceral awareness. And cognitive awareness just floats on the top of it. It just sort of, it doesn't need to be controlled. It doesn't need to be focused. It just, in the same way in which the words are bubbling out of me without being written down in a text, but just emerge in a form that hopefully has some kind of intelligible sense to it, in that same way, the cognitive functions properly all the time, which means what you need to pay attention to is the limbic and visceral to make sure that those aren't being shut off, which I think the world of work tends to restrict movements and behaviors, physical behaviors certainly. They want to create a certain kind of limbic tone that is bland, to say the least. Most workplaces, with from time to time about the startup company with the skateboards and all the stuff, but generally speaking, I think the workplace has been a place of deadened limbic and deadened visceral awareness. And by forcing people in the cognitive at work and then sending them home to watch TV, we live in a culture where it seems that the thing we got to attack somehow is a cognitive thing. And I'm suspecting at this point that that's not the case at all. That it's really learning to cultivate the other two. And the weird thing about what I guess I'm trying to do is to use a cognitive language and writing to help make that clear to people.